Hey YouTube, and here is finally what I'll be reading for the BookTube-A-Thon. So there are 7 challenges, so I'm going to try to accomplish all of them. So here are the books that I have decided, at least at this point, what I'm going to read for the read-a-thon. So the first challenge is to read 300 pages per day. This is going to be difficult because I work full-time. I don't have a summer break like a lot of students do, but we'll see how far I get. But to be able to read 300 pages a day over the 7 days of the read-a-thon, that would be 2,100 pages. So with all the books that I've planned, if I add up all the pages, I come to 2,106 pages. So it's only 6 pages more than I absolutely have to get that challenge completed. But I'm pretty proud that I got that close. The second challenge is to read a book with over 500 pages. For that, I am going to attempt to read Magic by Angie Sage. And this is the first book in the Septimus Heap series. And it has, let me check. It has 564 pages. So it's like weird, short, and thick. The next challenge is to reread a book. So for that, I am rereading, or hoping to reread, A Wrinkle in Time by Madeleine L'Engle. And this is my ratty, like it's falling apart and taped up, completely taped up edition that I got in public school or elementary school forever ago. This edition was published in 1979 and it is falling apart. So even though I'm rereading this book, I'm not going to reread this edition so it doesn't fall apart anymore. It was all sentimental. I got a new one. So I am reading this edition, which has 211 pages. I like these editions. The next challenge is to read or to finish a series or trilogy. For that, I'm planning to finish the Darkest Powers trilogy by Kelly Armstrong by reading The Reckoning. And the next challenge is to read the book that's been on your bookshelf the longest. And I believe this does need to be a book you haven't read yet. So otherwise I would definitely have said The Wrinkle in Time, because I've had this book forever, it seems anyways. But close second is this book, which is A Wind in the Door by Madeleine L'Engle, which is the second book in the Wrinkle in Time series. And I hope I can get to this, because this has been on my bookshelf a while. Because I always wanted to continue with the series and just never did. This is also the 1997 edition, but I like this weird like eyeball feather picture. It's weird. I like it too. And then for the 6th challenge, which is listen to an audiobook, I'm planning to listen to The Hunt by Andrew Fukuda. And this is the book that Kit Kats can read, and somebody chose to do for their book club this month, and so I'm hoping to participate with that, discussing it at the end of the month, but by listening to it through the audiobook media. And the 7th and last challenge is to read a classic. So I am counting The Wrinkle in Time as being a classic. It is definitely a children's classic, but a classic nonetheless. However, even though that completes all the challenges, I still need to read at least this one more book to get the right number of pages. So I'm planning to start reading Bitten by Kelly Armstrong. And in order for me to read this book, I need to read, like, for my own plan anyways, I need to read a whole bunch of short stories by Kelly Armstrong that come before this book in the chronological time period of the series. And this is the first novel of the Women of the Otherworld series. So I'm looking forward to reading this and starting the series officially, I guess, in some people's eyes with the first novel. But I'm excited to finish that. So here are, let me just stack them up for you. Here are the 6 books, or the 5 books, and then the audiobook that I plan to read this book-a-thon. What are you going to read?